I was like, oh, we got a goofy week. Now I'm scared.
hoping
Let me list the things I'm scared of. Suicide vest, government psyops, flamethrowers and plasma weapons, sentient plasma, and now freaking cell phones.
Yep. Welcome to MKUSUAL. It's like MK Ultra, but more normal.
Yep.
We're gonna open the mailbag. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
You know the drill.
Reaction video Thursday.
I got a lot of them cooked up here, so we're gonna.
We gotta use the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel.
All right. Ooh.
Number 6. One of
Lucky
these
number
is a
6.
two-parter. So.
Ew, okay. Okay.
Of the oval pendant, we want just the nap. Let's create the most gorgeous cum stone you ever did see. A client sent in their semen sample, processed it into a powder, and of course now I'm incorporating it into the clay to make a centerpiece for a wire-wrapped pendant. Now, for part of the oval pendant, we want just the natural semen coloring, and for the other half, I incorporated this beautiful pink and gold flake. Of course, I did have leftovers, so I made a complimentary Cummy bear to go with this pendant. All the other ovals that I've wire wrapped have been vertical, but this one, my client wanted it more of a horizontal wire wrap with the chain attached on either side. I always love when you guys bring new ideas that end up being so flippin' cool. And thank you for trusting me with the creative freedom aspect. I love you guys for that so much. Anyways, I hope you love it. I almost want to keep this for myself.
Cum stone.
She wanted to keep it for herself. It was so beautiful. She made a Cummy bear. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know if she said that or if I just heard that.
No, she said Cummy bear.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm wasting my life. I mean, this lady probably makes 6 figures.
Think of all that money you've rinsed down the sink in the last year.
Good one. Is this the type of stuff you subscribe to?
I have like friends who make that type of jewelry without
That type of jewelry?
without the cum.
Oh.
They do like the little molded.
That's where they're
clay
going wrong.
and we should find her Etsy and look up how we should, inquire about a commission piece.
Well, I know what I'm getting everyone for Christmas.
A collaborative MKUSUAL pendant.
Do we mix the cum, or
we
do they
can
send it in separate containers and let them mix it?
I don't know. She's the professional, so I gotta leave that up there.
Okay. Man, the wheel never does me wrong.
I might give it a crank, so to speak.
What the fuck?
Number 3.
Number 6, we gotta watch the cum stone video again.
Oh, that was actually, well, I fucked up. Anyway,
That's okay, we'll just do it different.
there we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, it's a coyote.
It's
She's so cuddly. Oh, she's gonna punch you. You better get back over here. Boink. Nope. Don't you are. Whoa, punch in the face. In the face. Pat, pat, I'm sorry. Oh, no, no hand on the ass. No hand on the ass. Get her, duck.
dog's like, fuck you.
Why is she so yarry tonight? Come here. You be good. Boink. You boink. Ouch. You little shit. You're just full of it. You're full of it. Look at your fluff. Look at your fluff. She got an attitude with you, didn't she, Duck? Well, you can't get me.
That poor dog is like, what the fuck, bro?
All right. He befriended, like, this guy has a saga. He's on, it's on Facebook, probably other places, but He would be like out fishing, and he'd have like hot dogs and shit with him to make a little fire and cook hot dogs and drink beer. But this attracted a coyote, and so he started feeding it hot dogs and Keystone Light, and that's this. This is Weave. Weave is a famous female coyote. She had cubs, or whatever they're called, pups, and now they come to his house. So he's like...
They come to it, like they live elsewhere?
They're
grown-up
The
cubs.
coyotes like go out. He just like lets them come in and hang out. He's like slowly gotten them closer and closer to his home.
He's
Like, befriended them.
re-domesticating dogs.
Yes.
How's it? Okay, once again, maybe I'm just in a mood, but what am I doing with my life? This guy has a wife.
You could have a wife making cum stones, and you could have coyotes in your home that will probably still bite you, but if you give them enough hot dogs, they're gonna leave you alone.
I know, this is completely like...
His attitude is like, oh, you got an attitude today.
It's a wild
Trying to
animal.
bite him, yeah. Dude,
Call animal control.
I had a dog that, like, I think that's an American bulldog. I had a boxer, and he was big for a boxer, but when I was at my parents' house, we're just right on the edge of town. It's
Boxers are pretty big.
Yeah, and he
been
was
huge.
like, he was like an 80 to 85 pound boxer, which was like bigger than average. He would go out to the edge of the yard and just like patrol. You could hear the coyotes yelling.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I
But yeah,
let
it's like
him go-
instinctive.
Right. He's like, this is the... But yeah, we had like an electric fence, a collar, so he could never like actually got loose, but...
The dog's like sitting there like with his back turned, like, oh my God.
Right.
Poor dog. He's like, my one job, you know how Daisy is, or how, you know.
Yeah.
Their one job is to like protect the house.
He let...
And he just lets the enemy in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spin it. Oh,
Number one.
lucky number one. What Americans? 1, 2, 3, go.
Had a man walk up to a building with a suicide vest on the United States. Americans don't understand this. Al-Qaeda knows this, right? So this is new and innovative, especially now. You don't have to walk upside of the building. You can walk in the building because of the advancement of the vest. The other thing is, in the United States, we haven't had Fideian attackers. So the concept is the terrorist fights to the death. So he's not exactly a suicide bomber, but he will fight till either all of us are dead or all of his people are dead. We think it's going to be a swarming attack, right? Multiple different attacks at one time across multiple cities. We think there will be suicide bombers just because some of the attackers went through suicide bomber training and they have these vests. And then we think there's these Fideian attackers who will carry on until they're killed.
You just rephrase that. So these guys are trained and they are going to fight until they're killed.
Yes, and that matters, right? So I was watching this video, and it was a suicide bombing in Kabul years ago. The bomber blew up, and then everyone starts moving in. The first responders move in, right? And then another guy walks in and blows up. We know this is a tactic. But if Americans don't understand this as a tactic and don't understand these attackers are going to fight to the death, think about that. Battle's going on. The attacker surrenders. He might have the suicide vest. You know, we let our guard down. That man came to die, right? He's going to fight till he dies or you dies. So we can't let our guards down, and they know our weakness. So we have to be very careful that we don't have more people die in these second and third order effects of not knowing their intent.
Who is that?
She's a ex-CIA targeter or analyst.
Okay.
She helped hunt down, I think her name's Sarah Adams, but she used to work, like the Zero Dark 30 lady. She was helping find high-value targets and target them in all over the world. Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. I watched some of that show, but I would recommend to understand a little more about what's going on in the world.
I do watch Sean Ryan sometimes.
Yeah. And she was like a very good interview because she has like real world experience with terrorism, and she directly like was in action against that.
Have you seen more like a longer version of this?
Of that, I've seen a different part of that episode, but not that.
Is she implying
She's implying
That they're going to do this in America?
yes.
I mean, she seems so cavalier about it. Like, she just...
Yeah. She's saying, well, I think what she's implying is they're preparing for that. Whether or not it's a, how close to midnight that clock is, I don't know if she says or not, but...
I am kind of shocked that, like...
But it's just like, we have a weakness.
Yes.
And she's just like pointing that out, and she's saying that it did go on. I've seen recently Al-Qaeda and ISIS training videos that look like, I don't know if you know Garantham or like any of the other like gun creators on YouTube, content creators, but they shoot like 4K, they will like test a gun or test a theory or see how a shotgun is effective at this distance, whatever.
Yeah.
But they shoot it in like high def video and it's kind of cinematic, and
I see stuff like that.
yeah, ISIS and Al-Qaeda is doing this too. That's like effectiveness with the weapons, like how fast can you shoot and reload and get onto a different. So they're like, she's saying also in a different part of this interview that they are training all day, every day. Like we send military, but they're like, if you're...
It's their life.
Yes, it's their life, sun up to sundown, every day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So if they decide to, she's implying that...
Random terrorist stuff scares me. It's kind of incredible how little we've had in the country.
Yes.
Considering there's just like millions and millions of people who hate us and we let people in. And
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy after 9/11, we thought the new normal would be, I mean, thank God, but that's terrifying how just matter-of-factly she talks about it happening here.
Yeah.
It's like she's just come to peace with the fact that this is just something that's going to happen.
Fedayeen, which is their philosophy or their belief system. They're prepared. Like, we do not train our soldiers like that. We
Right.
don't train our fighters.
What she's saying too about
We train
the,
them
like,
to come home. We train them to
Right.
survive. So that it creates a dynamic that, yeah.
the first responder thing's scary.
Yeah, there's a pretty good movie. It's like Jamie Foxx is in it. It's called The Kingdom. It's in like Saudi Arabia, and there's a scene in that movie where there's a suicide bomber, and then a bunch of the first responders come, all these ambulances and secondary personnel come to like help, and then a second bomber detonates and blows up all of those people, which were probably the actual target. Anyway, it's just a level that I don't think we're ready for.
You gonna do it?
Oh yeah.
What
do we do? 6,
1, 2, 3, 4. This is stop, go. Oh my gosh. Hey,
cleaned up. Cleaned up on that.
this guy's out here playing.
He's well. First of all, parkour.
Playing
was
video
pretty
games in real
impressive.
life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's also like if you are a thief, those are strategy. Like, you can't catch a bike if it's already moving.
Oh yeah.
And you can't jump down like he can run and jump straight down faster than you can run, you know, like.
Here's what I don't understand. I've gotten so many random strikes on shit like TikTok
Yeah.
for like saying the wrong sentence, and like these people can just upload their crimes.
Yeah. Yep. You should.
I really don't. I usually have something to say about each one of these. I really don't have a lot to say about that one.
Well, I think the takeaway there is that you should start uploading your crimes.
I'm already doing the crimes.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
you're not going to get canceled on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Gosh, this cough's never gonna go away.
Anyway, I got this new bike and I'm going to this gym. See how this pans out.
I like how he put the dollar value on the
Yeah.
7. Should have been writing down what we're doing. It says not anything else. 3 go.
Who do you think did 9/11?
Us.
So why did America do it?
To finish push one stop.
Where'd you read this?
I served 11 years.
I want the full conspiracy. Let's go.
I was at the VA a year and a half after an operation that we went to. Breaking news, the operation that we did a year and a half ago popped up on the news. I immediately went to go check, and I'm like, is this modern? And they said, yes. And I said, no, it's not. I need to go talk to mental health because I was there when that happened.
Oh, so you go and say like, what's on the news isn't true.
Yes.
Am I going crazy?
Yeah, and it broke my whole reality.
I don't want to even know this. I feel like we're all he cannot stop drinking. I think he's telling the truth. Why did you just drag us into this nightmare? Is the Bermuda Triangle real?
Yes, but it's because of a series of wins, not anything else.
Nerd alert.
Okay. You've probably seen this more times than I have. I mean, obviously, you had to put the show together.
Yeah. I watched it a couple times.
Is he saying that when he was in when he
in
was
the
serving,
military, yeah.
that 9/11 was some kind of drill they ran?
No, he's saying she just asked him, who do you think did 9/11? And he was saying, in his service, I assumed overseas.
Right.
He's somewhere in Iraq or Afghanistan. He was on some operation. They went to some city or did something. And then a year and a half later, he's in the hospital in the VA, sees it on TV, and they're telling it like it's breaking news.
Oh.
So they're like manipulating the narrative and the timeline.
Like he killed
was-
a terrorist or something.
He was personally on some type of operation that they released a year and a half later,
What the fuck?
saying that.
And he's like, I need to talk to a mental health person because I'm
Right.
seeing things I did on TV.
Yeah.
Like it's just happened, but I know I did
TV's
that like a
saying,
year ago.
Yeah.
So that's what leads him to believe that 9/11 was one of those.
Well, he just believes that we did it.
Right.
I don't know if he elaborates, but yeah.
That's crazy.
He
is like completely, I mean, not sober. He's not sober literally, but like very sober about it. He's just like, oh yeah,
right.
I thought I was losing my mind.
He probably did go talk to a mental health person at the VA who could see his service record and then also look at the TV that he's looking at and see that it's, that this is news that's breaking today.
Do you happen to know like what in your mind when he says he did something, it was like an operation, like what kind of thing do you think it was?
I don't know.
I would love to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't like to talk about it, but
I mean,
well, I don't know. He just did it in the middle of a comedy club.
Right, but he's also, I don't know. There's a different kind of context. Like, she's making him laugh while it's happening, and
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, well that's terrifying. So, nice little start out with Cummy Bears, Coyote,
Softened
and now
him
we've
up.
gone down a freaking rabbit hole.
suspense.
I know.
Fucking killing me. Well, gotta respin
Already
it.
do 3? Yeah. I know, it's going to get real hard when we get down here to a 4.
I've already done 4.
Oh, what the fuck?
6, 3, 1, 4,
12.
7. Okay.
Fuzzy TV, go.
If he gassed up, then we catch him lacking at the shell. I come on orders, I tell him to mask up, cause we really going on a drill. What am I dead and I'm never gonna switch up on my brothers, I would never tell. Like, why that little nerd talking about he gon' pack us? That will never happen, be for real. Said that will never happen, be for real. But it's the meaning, like I'm French Montana, man, stay scheming. Go 300 bags on a light evening. Can't answer my phone cause I'm busy cheating. Had a 5-star meal with a 5-star thing. Can't roll with the guys if your eyes don't blink. See the web like Mariah, I'll make that sing if you think that you're...
Dude, that's sweet.
The man made a damn plasma gun. He's got a bunch
That's a
of them.
plasma gun?
It's ionized gas, yes.
Whoa. 25% power.
Yeah, dude. I don't even think he shows 100. He's got a bunch of other ones that are like, just, it'll like completely burn an aluminum can to ashes.
Holy shit.
Just like punch a fucking hole through it.
This is why we need good guys with plasma guns to stop the bad guys.
I love that
with
he's just
plasma
in
guns.
this neighborhood with like...
I know. Dude, one time, I'll say that's terrifying. Like, one time I was, this is so funny. I was, a couple years ago, I did a Valentine's Day show for Cole Fletcher.
Okay.
And it was like down in the West Bottoms. And I went outside in the middle of it. And there was a couple, like, out on their Valentine's Day, right? And what they did was... He took her down to the West Bottoms, and they were just in this empty parking lot shooting a flamethrower.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean...
I don't know if maybe that was her present to him or something, or he got her a flamethrower, or they rented. I don't know where you buy a flamethrower.
I mean, what's that Elon Musk? He's got that...
Oh, he's got that company. Do you need a license? Do you have like a...
I don't know, because... It doesn't shoot a projectile, so it's not a firearm.
Right. But it's also a highly dangerous object. Like, I feel like you have to have a license, like, to own.
I don't know. I don't think you do.
This is America.
I don't think you do.
Where anyone can have a flamethrower.
He's got a lot of videos on YouTube and Instagram, so...
Well, that's freaking sick. I might subscribe to this guy, actually.
CDG8484.
Does he make other crazy weapons, or...?
They're all, like... plasma-based that I've seen.
Just plasma weapons.
Yeah, I don't know.
Completely impractical, though. Like, if somebody broke into your house, you can't really flamethrower them.
It shoots like a charged ball of gas. Like plasma.
Right.
Okay, well, this was actually a two-parter, so I can't remember.
Oh, it was? Really?
Yeah.
All right, here, 1, 2, 3.
So this guy just demonstrates plasma.
Today, I'm going to be doing something that may or may not destroy my microwave. To do this, all I need is to light a match and cover it with a beaker. Then, I'll punch in 60 seconds and start cooking it.
Ill-advised.
At first, it doesn't look like much is happening, but then it suddenly starts doing something kind of scary. This is all plasma, and it's basically just super hot, ionized gas. It's somewhat similar to fire, but much hotter and way more ionized. The moment the microwave turns off, it all disappears.
So I'm semi...
It's not shooting... Like a flamethrower shoots out kerosene. The liquid sticks and burns. But this is just punching out.
Right.
So, unless you're in a compressed environment.
Now, I'm not a scientist. I do know plasma apparently like is a fourth state of matter.
Yeah.
I went down a plasma rabbit hole on some podcasts a year ago. And again, I'm not a scientist, so I can't, with great certainty, say this is real. But I remember there's this lady, she was a scientist lady, and she was saying it's possible that like plasma, that would sound like a nutcase.
Is it sentient?
Yes.
Okay.
Is sentient.
That's okay. I've just seen recently that that's what they're saying the orbs are. They're plasmoids.
Sentient plasma.
Yeah.
And
these drones are also in the air, and they're surveilling or collecting information about them. It's basically like it's a magnetic field that has a strong electrical charge.
Yeah.
And it ionizes the gas or atmosphere around it, which creates heat. That's all I know. And somehow that can fucking send you emails and I don't know.
Who send you emails?
Well, it's sentient.
Oh, yeah.
That's what sentient people do.
This lady was saying that in labs, because it's hard to sustain plasma, as you could tell.
Well, how does she define sentient then?
Well, okay, this is the weird part. She says that the longer they keep a plasma ball, because it's hard to keep it stable.
Okay.
You know, as you can see here, it looks like an explosion. But she says the longer they can sustain it, and this is fucked up. She said that it starts like dividing like cells.
Okay.
So like if somewhere on Earth or in the atmosphere or space, like she theorized that if some way naturally there's like self-sustaining plasma that lasts for longer than we can keep it around in a lab, she theorized that it would be like a sentient, intelligent life form, just naturally. That it's just like that's just inherent in the nature of like plasma. Hello, Daisy.
Hi, baby.
Well, I got time for one more. Is there anything you definitely want to show me?
No, those are pretty much the ones I wanted to show you. What number didn't we do? We can do 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, or 11.
I'm feeling lucky with 2.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Bad to go.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick video on my Faraday cage. This is what we built to help mitigate EMF frequencies and get better sleep and healing at night. I wanted to show you guys the reading that I get outside my room, inside my room, and then inside the cage to show you that it actually works for most EMF. This is what I have outside the room here. This is my EMF detector. As I go inside the room, it gets super high.
Whoa. Whoa.
We're now inside my cage, and this is the reading. It's extremely low. As you can see, we're inside the cage. And I'm not sure why it's still detecting. Sometimes you can actually get phone calls in here still too. I wonder if the 5G is actually penetrating. But I just wanted to show this to people that are doubting whether this thing actually works. You can look, this is going down to like such low numbers that we get great sleep in this thing. And then real quick, I want to show you, this is how I incline sleep. I'm sleeping on this big slab of wood here that I cut out, and I have 2x4s raised up on the head. It's up 6 inches. And then I have some more 2x4s in the middle to support it. And this is what I sleep on. This is my grounding sheet, kapok pillow, all natural organic bedding. So that's it. It's a king size cage wrapped in aluminum window screen. Mitigates 99.9% of EMF. I'm still trying to figure out how to get to 100%.
Only kings
if you guys got any
allowed.
questions or comments on
King size cage. Okay, that makes me want to sleep in a cage, because what was the deal with that meter? Is EMFs like electronic?
It's like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
Why was it so high in his bedroom? Was it because of all the windows?
Probably.
That thing was like...
Or that's where his router is or something. I don't know. I wondered that too. You would think it would be like uniform, but it could be like his neighbor's
Yeah, you think it would be
right
uniform.
through that window or something, or you know, like his neighbor.
Do you think the cage is like catching it or something? Like, and that's why? Like the cage is like it blocks it, but it also like attracts it in some way.
I don't know.
That I bet that guy gets okay. That makes me want it makes me want to buy an EMF meter and find out what I'm walking around in. But 2, I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, I assume like electromagnetic frequency, so power lines, anything that has an electrical charge will generate, I think, some type of EMF radiation.
Holy shit!
But
wow.
The 5G thing, they're either like there's smaller, there's more of them all over. It's not like one big cell tower. They've made them smaller and just dispersed them everywhere. And the type of, it's like a super high frequency wave that it's using. So it probably, I don't know. It's,
yeah.
Makes you ask questions, that's all I'm saying. That's all I know about it. And I love how people will just say, oh, it's safe. And I'm like, well, tell me what 5G is. And they're like, I have no fucking clue. I'm like, okay, that is the problem.
Yeah.
It's not 5G that's the problem when I talk about this stuff. That is the problem.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's no way.
I don't
I
care
can't
if
see
I'm
how
right
it could be
or
safe.
wrong about any of this shit.
Right. People should just know or want to know.
Right. Or say, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
just stop saying it. Just stop reflexively calling it safe.
That's a problem. That is the fucking conspiracy.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Also, like, I think it's one of those things. Honestly, dude, it's probably like a lot of the stuff in our food. It probably isn't safe. We probably just have no other option, though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, we have options.
No, I agree. I think what I mean is like the powers that be are probably like, it's better to live with this technology and we're going to have cancer from it, but it's better for like the economy. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably just made a calculated decision. So they have to tell you it's safe. They have to lie and say it's safe. Yeah. When really they just made a calculated decision that it's like for our greater good to have these things. You know?
It's the profit motive.
Yeah.
The motive is profit, progress, and progress has to be sustained. That's the model we operate in. We cannot just have a fucking baseline and operate from that and maintain the baseline that's not failure and accept success and progress when it comes and apply that to sustaining the baseline. It's like a whole crazy gamble.
Well, Nick, great job. Yeah. Great job this week. Put together every show so far. And I just want to point out how far off the rails that got from Cummy Bears.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we got a goofy week. Now I'm scared. Let me list the things I'm scared of. Suicide vest, government psyops, flamethrowers and plasma weapons, sentient plasma, and now freaking cell phones.
Yep. I was hoping the wheel would help. Like next time I'll just...
I think it helped.
Next time I'll just mix in the Cummy Bears all over.
We should use the wheel when we have a random decision to make. I never thought of the problem that once you watch over half the videos, it's kind of hard to get a new number.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching us watch.
We're watching you, watch us, watch them.
I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to watch us.
We like to watch. Bye.